Recap, I felt like we had a pretty good weekend last weekend. Went into Southern Miss, got our first conference win, and to win one on the road, just get started, doesn't matter where you play. I mean, we saw the next night they knocked off Old Dominion, so we felt good about that. And then to turn around and go into La Tech after they had their home streak broken, we knew they were going to be a hungry team wanting to get it going again, and I was really proud of the way our guys played. We battled. Fell a little bit short in overtime, but we're improving, continuing to improve, and now we come back home and got two really good teams coming in this week as well. Two teams are in the upper echelon of the league right now, Middle Tennessee, and they're always very well coached and play extremely hard, and UAB, which is probably playing as well as anybody in our league right now. They're very good. They won it last year, and they're playing with a lot of confidence. Yeah, definitely. We're starting to see a little bit more consistent performance from guys now. We've been looking for a rotation all year long as we've been developing our rotations. And the last two games, we've had more guys play longer minutes and getting a groove out there, and had 5 guys in double figures. So it's good to see that. Hopefully that'll continue. Early on in the year it was kind of like, where are we going to get points from? You're not sure when you step on the floor, but our young guys are continuing to grow, and Joseph Uchebo has been great inside for us, and just been a warrior all year long. As most of our other big guys are kind of getting hurt and injured here and there, he kind of keeps holding the fort down for us and protecting the paint for us, and letting our young guys continue to grow. Well, obviously, I was really excited about our young guys when the season started, and you knew it was going to be a process, but they work hard. They're getting to play a lot of minutes. They're growing together. Andrew and White obviously has really had a good year for us so far and continued to improve. John Davis playing really the most difficult position for us on the floor at the point guard. A lot of responsibilities, and he's growing up right before our eyes. He's played very well the last week, and Curran Scott's continuing to get better as well. So I'm really excited about all 3 of our young guys and the development that's happening there. Well, Middle Tennessee, they play kind of, their bigs are 2 kind of stretch 4 kind of players, and so it'll be a challenge for us, particularly Joseph, as they stretch him out on the floor, and how we defend them, being able to contain them. Upshaw and Harris are the 2 leading scorers right now, and both of those guys are kind of stretch 4 kind of players that like to bring you out on the floor and drive you, shoot the ball. So they'll be a challenge for us to defend. We'll need to try to take advantage on the other end and see if we can't cause them some problems by getting the ball to Joseph in the low post and let him use his size. And then heading into UAB, I mean, they're a handful. They're pretty good, and probably one of the longer, bigger teams in the league as well. So it'll be a challenge for us to rebound the ball and to keep them from running up and down the floor like they like to do. It is to open up your first 3 conference games on the road. I think our guys are excited about coming home for a stretch here and playing 4 games, and trying to get some momentum going at home. We've actually had some tough losses here at home, and although we came out in the Citadel game, our last home game here, and played really well, hopefully they're relaxed enough now to come home. Hopefully we'll get some good support to come out from the students and fans, and support these guys, because they're really giving it their all out there on the floor. Well, Braxton's, he's been great for us. Although he didn't shoot the ball great early in the year, I think the transition of playing with so many new players and trying to figure out what his role was going to be this year, but he's just continued to lead vocally in practices and really talks to the young guys a lot, and it's really starting to come together. I think his confidence is continuing to grow. He's getting more comfortable in our system, and he's shooting the ball better again, and kind of some of the things we were hoping he would give us all year long. So he'll be a big piece for us as we continue to move here, because he's a guy that we count on for a lot of different things. He backs up at the point when John's not in, and yet we look for him to score points for us as well. So but he seems like he's enjoying himself. He's having fun. I think he likes this group of guys. I think he likes the leadership role and kind of taking these guys under his wing, and he's just doing a great job for us. Well, I mean, ultimately we would like him not to have to play those big of minutes. I mean, that's a lot to carry night in, night out, especially for a guy that's had some injuries himself in the past. So we try to be careful to not wear him down, but we've been kind of put in an unfortunate position with all the other injuries where he's having to play more minutes than he needs to. But he's been, like I said, he's been a warrior. He doesn't complain about it. I try to give him some off time in practices to let him rest and get healthy so that we can have him for Thursdays and Saturdays. Well, I mean, obviously we're disappointed, you know, when you're that close and you feel like you have a chance to win a game. But at the same time, like you said, you know, we just took probably one of the better teams in our league, you know, to the wire in their own building, and they don't lose many games there. So I think that just feeds to the confidence that these guys are gaining on a daily basis. I mean, our early schedule, as rough as it was, I mean, I think our guys know night in, night out. I mean, you know, whoever we go in and play, it's like we've played guys just as good as this or, you know, better already. And so I don't think it's a situation where we're intimidated now going into any kind of situation. And I think our guys are kind of growing in their confidence that way.